Hey everybody, welcome back to MPQ Mastery, where we help you to destroy more gems. Today I have another team for you. This is one of my all-time favorites that I've come up with. It consists of 3-star Hawkeye, 4-star Agent Coulson, and 4-star Star-Lord. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification for future videos as well. We're just getting started. So now let's first look at what each of these characters brings to the table. Hawkeye's abilities are pretty strong in this 3-star version. His purple power, because boomerangs, puts a countdown tile on there and also some friendly strike tiles, while his black ability, no good news, heals him but also puts some enemy special tiles on the board. Now you'll use his black ability some for healing and for generating blue and purple AP, which is very key to this team. But you're mostly going to avoid his purple ability because all of the purple that we have is going to go to Agent Coulson. Hawkeye is here for his blue ability, Full Quiver, where he shoots 7 special arrows, and each of them does something really cool that actually really helps the group here. Now the focus for Star-Lord is going to be his red and yellow abilities. Sure, his purple sleight of hand is fine if Coulson gets taken out, but otherwise you'll mostly ignore it. Instead, his yellow ability, Everyone With Me, puts a countdown tile on the board every time your opponent uses a power, and this also reduces the cost of pretty much all your powers, which is really cool. And when that countdown tile expires, it generates 3 random AP. The oldest trick in the book, which is his red power, does a bunch of damage and is boosted by the number of countdown tiles on the board up to 6. So he can deal some massive damage over and over again. Again, you want to make sure that his setup is 3-5-5, making sure that his red and his yellow are both level 5. You can make his purple level 3. Now, Agent Coulson is kind of the linchpin of this team. I use also 3-5-5. Because his yellow ability, Call the Cavalry, is useful, but not the focus of this team up. I sometimes use the power because there's no other yellow that we need in the team, so if I get enough yellow, I use it, but it's, again, just not the focus of it. His yellow power is mostly there so that every time the countdown tiles expire, you're generating 1 random AP. His blue ability, Super Secret Tech, also won't come into play actively all that much, because all of the blue is going to go to Hawkeye. But you want to have it at level 5, because what that does is every time somebody uses a power on your team, he's going to put a 1-turn countdown tile that's going to deal a bunch of damage every time. It's amazing, and is super crucial to this team. Then his purple ability, Best Laid Plans, deals damage and swaps tiles, which are also now charged. Passively, it also reduces countdowns by 2 if you make a match and have at least 6 team-up tiles, which is also very key to this team. So here's how the matches go. The central strategy behind this is putting lots of countdown tiles on the board, essentially to power up Star-Lord's red power. But there's a lot going on here, and all of the characters are going to deal their own damage constantly. So to start, you're going to try and match as much blue and purple as you can to start. But you'll have to show some patience and not use any powers until your opponent uses a power first. Once that happens, Star-Lord's going to put a countdown tile on the board that reduces the cost of all your powers. Now it's time to start launching as many of Hawkeye's arrows as you can, pretty much as many blue tiles as there are versus how much blue AP you have at the time. If you run out, you're going to use the purple to match some more blue to generate more blue. Not only are all these abilities now stupid cheap, but every time you're shooting an arrow, Coulson is also putting a countdown tile on the board too. And make sure that you have a lot of team-up tiles, because when you do, Coulson is going to come in and start activating all of Hawkeye's special tiles before they're supposed to be activated, just by making normal matches. And you'll get a beautiful cascade of damage and awesome effects. Once there are at least 6 countdown tiles on the board, you can start launching Star-Lord's oldest trick in the book, deals tons of damage for only 6 AP. It's a cycle that can happen over and over again, and remember that every time you use it, Coulson is again putting another countdown tile that's going to deal another, 900 or so damage. It's really, really awesome. The best part about this is you want to get those arrows out quickly, because then after all the arrows are gone, his full quiver switches to out of arrows, and with out of arrows, you can spend 3 AP to deal almost 2,000 damage. It's an amazing team-up. It works every time for me. So, so good. So there's a couple of kind of backfires here. One downside is that green is a dead color in this team-up. It rarely is an issue because you essentially control the board, but every so often you'll be like, man, the only thing I have to match here is a green. Just do it anyway. It's fine. You'll just get away with it. Coulson's ability to make countdown tiles reduce also sometimes can trigger Star-Lord special tiles, that is, reducing the cost of stuff too quickly, so timing on that can be a little bit tricky. Otherwise, this is a major team that I get a lot of use out because it's not only fun, but it can go in a million different directions depending upon what's available, who's doing what tiles are being activated, and all of them end in a win. It's so much fun, this team. So if you already discovered this team, let me know how it works out for you, and if you haven't, go try it out and then come back and let's talk about it. And until next time, thank you for coming to MPQ Mastery, where we teach you to destroy more gems. If you've got a character that you are looking for a good team up for, let me know who that character is, and I will try and create a video to tell you about a really cool matchup for that character.